Hello there, how you doing? In this next bunch of videos, we're going to go over the Contact Us form. Now listen, if you've followed these videos up until now, you don't need me to tell you how to do a Contact Us form. Everybody's probably watching this and thinking, this is straightforward and this is a form. A bunch of form fields, a text area, right? I mean, who cares? Well, actually, the contact form is definitely one of the most important parts of the website, maybe even the single most important part of the website if you're talking about an online shop. And this form here that I'm showing you is a great example of how not to do a contact form. That's right, folks, this is a terrible, terrible form. And I can say this because it's one of my own websites. Excuse me. So the vibe is something like this. If people are going on to an online shop, now let me bring this thing back into play here. If people are going into a shop and they're maybe going to buy something like this and they're thinking, right, that's kind of nice, and they're going to be ultimately parting with cash and all of that, I can guarantee they're going to be checking out the form and they're going to be looking for certain things that actually are not here. So they're going to be looking for things like a phone number, an address, maybe even a little Google Maps thing or something like that. And the whole vibe is we want to throw as much reassurance as we can their direction. But there's a couple of other aspects to Contact Us forms that I think are worth going over as well, and I won't get onto them in this video, but we'll do it in videos coming up. So a couple of the other aspects that I want to kind of touch upon are security issues, because obviously Contact Us forms are sort of out there and vulnerable parts of the site, so I want to go over that. And also I want to really go over how to deal with contact forms in a professional and graceful way. So, for example, if you think that a good thing to do is just fire an email when someone fills out a Contact Us form, then that's kind of nice if you're building websites for plumbers or something. But when you're dealing with medium to large companies, firing an email is just not good enough. So we're going to incorporate the Contact Us form into the whole messaging system. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be very cool. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm on bootsnip.com and I've been having a look around. Not with much luck, I have to say, because for some reason these are not loading up. Everything seems a bit slow. But I've had a quick look around and let me just see, is there anything good here? Maybe, does that one look okay? Something like that? What do you reckon? Would you reckon something like that? Maybe not, actually. I think we can do better. Let's see if there's anything else. I wonder if this one would work. Let's have a look. Oops. Yeah, the web is definitely having a bad day here. Sorry, folks. Um, right, that's not too bad, okay? I think I can live with that and I hope it's cool. So I'm going to try and go with something like that. Let's begin. Let's rock and roll. So I'm going to head into. This is what you call being poorly prepared. CI shop, application, modules. Right, we're going to make a brand new module up, folks, for the Contact Us stuff. And I'm going to call this one Contact Us. Okay, and if we just take a moment, we'll just set this up like so. Renaming to Contact Us, Contact Us.php. We will rename the class thing Contact Us. Now there shall be no table called Contact Us, so we can delete all of this stuff, okay? That's right, folks, no table. So I'm going to save that. We can now delete the models folder. Okay, that's kind of cool. The views folder is empty, yes indeed, and everything is Cool. We can just go in here and say function index, blah, blah. Okay, and that's my daily humiliation. I have got to buy the new version of this at some point. Everybody's like, you're a complete cheapskate, and maybe they're probably right, who knows. Anyway, that's pretty much the vibe. Hello, and here we go. So if we go to the online shop and we go to CI shop / contact us, you'll see that it says hello, and that's all pretty cool. Okay. Now, if we look at a page that we've nailed, something that looks kind of nice, take for example this musical instrument thing. We can borrow some code from this, obviously. So let's go to, now I think that lives on store items, okay? And I'm looking for this. This is the vibe right here, okay? That's going to give us all of the stuff that we need for the template and whatnot, right? So if we chuck that in like so, we don't need to worry about this view module thing, and the view file is going to be contact us. So if we do that, and then, now do we have a link for contact us? We don't at the moment, but don't worry, we can add that in later on, okay? And that's pretty cool. It's looking for contact us. So if we now just go into the view file, contact us.php, saving that. Okay, and hit refresh, and that's us, ready to rock, and everything is kind of cool. Now it's, let me just check something. I just want to see something here. Did we have a vibe where this passed headlines in from here? I actually cannot remember. Give me a second, folks, will you? Right, okay, that's cool. Never mind that. I actually have another site that I'm working on, and if you do a headline, it does a really nice headline and everything. It's not the vibe here, and I apologise for my confusion there. So if we look at, let me just see how store items is done again. Give me a little second. Right, that's a groove. Okay, so we've got some breadcrumbs at the top, and then we've got this vibe here, okay? So let's just do something like that. And where we've got this H1, we'll say contact us. And this stuff here, I'm going to do some lorem ipsum stuff just to try and get an idea of what's going on, if that's okay. And here we go. Now, where on earth? Big pick. Right, okay. Sorry, folks. If you look at the clock on the top right, you'll see that it's kind of early, so I'm a wee bit slow. Right, so that's interesting and probably not too much use actually. So I'm going to change that to MD12. Yes, indeed. And as the coffee kicks in, you can see that we're gradually starting to build something that's semi-meaningful here. Now, if we go back to Bootsnip, was that the one that we liked? I think it was, yes. And I'm going to just have a look at the HTML here. Here it is, that's kind of cool. Now, by the way, when you're picking up stuff from Bootsnip, be sure to check and make sure that the thing is for version 3. Okay, so here it says here, Bootstrap 3.1. See what I'm saying? So look out for that, right? And this is the vibe, so that's kind of cool. And let's jump in here. Man, there's a lot of HTML here, you know. Right, here we go. Everything's all freaking out. I'm having a terrible start to this video. By the way, there's going to be loads of mistakes on this video because really and truly, this is an over-the-shoulder tutorial series. So I haven't planned anything as such. And when you see me looking around and trying things and whatnot, I'm really and truly doing this for the first time, you know. I just thought it would be an interesting thing to do. And actually, it's not too bad. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? We'll take this out here. Bring this up a bit. Can you believe it, folks? That's actually not too bad at all. Send message. I'm surprised. I never even added CSS. Let's see what we've got. H1, so we don't need that. That'll be fine. Folks, I actually think that looks kind of cool. Now, the vibe with this stuff here, obviously, this is going to change for each and every website that we do. So I'm going to open up site settings and I'll add in a couple of things. So we'll add in something like get our address, okay? And I'll just say something like address equals, and the idea is you can chuck in anything you want. I'll actually just go with this, okay? So we'll do something like that and maybe have a new line here, yes indeed. And we'll do something like that. Okay. What on earth is this? An email, Scottish Borders Coaching In. I wonder what that is. Anyway, so here we go. And I'll just make sure this is working actually. Something Avenue, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's the address. Thank you very much indeed. Isn't it nice, by the way, when you build things and it's just easy like this, you know? I mean, doesn't it feel nice, you know? Here we go, get our telnum. This will obviously be the telephone number. And what's a good example of a number? Something like that, I think. So let's just do something like that. And I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4 just so that we know that this is working. Okay, that's kind of cool. So we've now got the address and the telephone number, and the vibe is on the contact us, we're just going to say this, load module site settings, and I'm going to say data, our address is this, whoops daisy, this, site settings, get our address, and then same vibe with the telephone number. So our telnum is this, site settings, get our telnum. Okay, that's kind of cool. On to the form itself now, and I'm looking for something like that. And I'm going to chuck in our address. And in here, I'll chuck in our telnum. Let's hit refresh. Not too bad. That is not too bad. Actually, it is. It can be better. Hold on a second. Let me just have a quick look here. Yep. Okay, so where it says full name, I'm just going to say, now give me a moment here. Okay. Our, let's just say telephone. And we'll chuck in the tel number down here actually, because I really want that to stand out, right? This is the kind of thing that people really look for before they buy, obviously, you know. Our office, blah, 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 telephone, blah, blah, blah. Right, that's kind of cool. I suppose where we've got this Twitter ink thing, we could do something like, how about get our name, or something, maybe even get our company name. Who cares, you know? Name equals Coolness Inc. Okay, and here we go again. Yes, indeed. Okay, so obviously the vibe here is that we do this stuff once, And then when we're doing other sites, we basically just change site settings, and the whole thing is going to be just perfect, you know. So if we hit refresh, oh gee, what have I just done? Our address, our name. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Do you think that's the end of the journey? No, it's not. I'm going to do just one other thing before this video ends. Okay, so the very last thing that we're going to do is we're going to add in a Google map, okay? That's what's going to give this the final touch of credibility, and that's the vibe. We want to give people as much reassurance and credibility that this is a company you can trust. Yes, we do have an address, phone number, and even a map. It's going to be fantastic. Now, I've had a quick look around Bootsnip, and to my surprise, I could not find a map that was quite right. They were all kind of a bit small. Do you see this little map here? They were all a bit like this. Maybe I've missed something. I mean, look how slow the boot snip is just now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's something brilliant and I haven't spotted it. But I had a quick look round and it just wasn't quite coming up with anything too good. So, just a few minutes ago, I paused the video, had a look around, and I discovered this tutorial. Okay, it's by a guy called Valentin Garcia. Here he is here, and I have to tell you, he has a head of hair that I would kill for. So congratulations on that, Valentin, and indeed on a very good tutorial here. I've checked this out. I'm sure you'll find this if you search on Google for create responsive Google Maps. Chuck in the guy's name maybe, Valentin Garcia. This is a cool vibe, but let me just walk you through this. It's very easy. We just go to Google Maps. We chuck in the address of the business. Okay, so here's my old business address from back in the day, a few years ago. Chuck in the address, hit the share button, and then we want to choose embed map, right? And I'm going to copy this iframe code here, right? Can you handle it? Copying the code, and then we're going to go to site settings, and I'll say function get map code, okay? And I'm just going to say code equals, and then we'll paste all of that stuff in and return the code, okay? So obviously, if we have another business, another website, we would get the code for that website, we chuck in that address and all of that stuff. And yes, indeed, this is a tutorial on stating the bleeding obvious, okay? You get the idea. So we've now got this nice thing here, get map code, which is kind of cool. If we now go back onto the controller and we do something like data map code equals this, site settings, get map code, we can now head into contact us, right? Now we've got this row here. The row finishes here. And I'm going to add in something like this and something like so. Okay, so it's basically just another row downstairs here that I'm doing with one of those MD12 vibes, okay? And of course the spacing is all over the place. What did you expect, you know? So I'm just going to say map code, and then I'm going to jump onto the shop and hit refresh. And you can see that the Google Maps in here, and it's okay, you know, it's kind of nice, but it's not really filling out the page. I would like a nice large map. I want this form and this page to look good. It's an important page. So if we head back to this tutorial vibe here, there is a little bit of magic coming up, and it's very simple. What he says is modify the code by adding this div here, class map dash responsive. So I'm going to do that, right? So let me just jump in here, yes indeed, and we'll do that, and we'll do that, and there you go. That's kind of cool, right? Now nothing's going to happen because we don't have any CSS. We have no declaration of what map responsive does. So I'm going to jump back, and you can see that the vibe is he has a little bit of CSS here. So I'm going to copy that, and I'll just chuck it in here. You know, I'm not trying to optimize this page on Google or anything, so I'll just do something like that. Paste in some CSS, and now if we hit refresh, with a little bit of luck, you should see that the map now fills the page, and that is extremely cool. See how we've got the marker here? Everything is fantasticola, and I think that is not a bad page. By the way, I'm on a very small laptop here. Like, this is in case you're wondering, this is one of those MacBook Airs, but it's the small one, so that's why everything looks a bit crammed here. But I think this will look okay on a full screen, hopefully, you know. So that's the form. I think it looks cool. Join me in the next video, and we'll make this all work, okay? See you soon.